Pink hairstyle, maybe? No, it can't see my other eye. Oh, what do I just do? Saturation.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
Perfect.
Hey Siri, play the Soviet national anthem.
Oh, my eyes are burning.
Okay, I found this on the web for Hey Siri.
I turned off.
Siri is anti-Soviet, apparently.
Siri's a
Man,
capitalist.
Really
is that surprising?
Level be playing random stuff. I can't hear anything you're saying because I'm only listening to Twitch, and it's really.
I got some chicken nuggets.
Hey Siri, what is the Soviet Union?
Can we get a level on Siri?
The Soviet Union, officially the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, was a federal socialist state.
I don't know. Probably sounds fine.
1922 to 1991.
Let me.
Would you like to hear more?
Open my volume mixer again so I can turn up Discord. Hey everybody.
Hey
Matt, you're live. Your local copy.
TJ, you're supposed to do the alphabet, not suction. Incorrect strategy. No suction, just the alphabet.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't. Well, some suction, right? You don't want to create a vacuum though, because then you get a Christmas Story situation like you have now. John, what were you saying about my local copy?
Yeah, just make sure it's going because your Twitch stream is very
it's going.
But he turned it off intentionally for a bit.
Well, I did, but even now, it's the Twitch stream is back up, and it's like going between like 4,000 kbs and like 600.
Play "Sunflower" by Post Malone.
I don't know.
Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee.
I got a Raspberry Pi, and I had to download a bunch of shit to get it like hooked up to my Wi-Fi, and I think they gave me spyware. I think they all gave me spyware. Open source is spyware, confirmed.
Fuck that open source software.
Fuck open source software. Fuck it all. It's all terrible.
Man, I'm sure your Raspberry Pi just has herpes. It's fine. Just give it an ointment. You'll be okay next week.
The thing is not actually plugged in, but like I had to download 2 different utilities to get it set up, and I have suspicions.
All right, are we banned on Twitch yet? Sure, they're trying.
Here, I got this sweet thing. We can do music. It's so great. I invented it. Where are you? Where do you go?
I don't know. I didn't put that we're streaming on any of the things. I don't care. I want to talk to my boys. Hi, boys.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let's get some music going. Let's get some lo-fi beats to study to and not get DMCA to. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it, but the stream could hear it right now. It sounds so good.
Nice.
It's the Twitch soundtrack app. It's like Spotify but full of free shit.
Cool. Our stream is a nightmare.
What's 9 plus 10?
Yeah, dude, the bitrate graph is all over the fucking place.
What's multiplayer that's on?
Oh, we're down to 300 kbs.
All right, well, I think we sound good based on what I've gathered. As long as you got a local recording, then I think we're set to start. 319? 419. Welcome to Born in the 80s episode.
Hold on, I had to stop the music. You gotta give me a warning. Okay. Now you can start. Because we were doing the before times, so the pre.
You know the best part is that when I record or when I create the end of the show, I have music that plays underneath the end. And
I
so
just
whenever
put it on
you
a little bit. I just put it on like a minute ago.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Matt, let's not play just the tip with music right now.
Just
Anyway.
the tune.
I just yoded on him.
Let me just update our on-screen graphics for the 2 followers that we lost.
Damn, homeboy.
What
You
is-
lost 2 followers? What the fuck did you do?
What is
I
happening?
streamed World of Warcraft. Is what I
sure.
did, and everyone was like, "I don't want to fucking see this."
Can we
I haven't streamed.
can we shut the fuck up for a second so we can start the podcast?
No.
Yeah.
No,
This is directed at Spanky, who just plays random ass fucking memes. We good?
there.
Have you all heard of memes?
Damn it.
They're great.
I gotta. All right. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 419. I am your host, as always, John Danger, joined by my beautiful and lovely co-hosts.
Matt Snowman Hag.
TJ Christmas cards May.
And Spanky Post Malone to Claus works.
Is that what is that Snapchat filter that you're using called?
It's
Is it
called
really-
Hipster Santa, but it's just Santa, and you have Post Malone
with
face
face
tattoos.
tattoos.
Yeah,
So just
and
like
one of
regular
them
Santa.
says Merry Xmas, so fuck Christ, taking
Yeah,
Christ out of
fuck
Christmas.
Christ.
Read a fucking Wikipedia article. X has been an abbreviation for Christ for like 1,000 fucking years.
It's also
because-
abbreviation for railroad.
Well, you know what? He's my Lord and Savior, and I refuse to abbreviate his name.
You know what? I feel like I saw through the Matrix today when I realized that the people
haven't read
that
it.
think Happy Holidays is excluding Christmas are the people that are going around like saying all lives matter. It's like it's the same. It's like it's included in like Happy Holidays includes Christmas. Black Lives Matters says too also.
Yeah, I don't say Merry Christmas because I think all holidays matter.
Dude, I
don't.
want that to like. Oh, say Merry Christmas. No, all holidays matter. I don't know how problematic that thing that I just said was, but it feels very.
It could be.
Am
No, all
I getting
holidays matter.
canceled right now? Shit.
No, you're not.
Not
we're not
again.
popular enough to get canceled.
True.
I
You
don't
have
know.
to be like big. You have to have something to get canceled in the first place.
Yeah.
So if Keegan Michael Key ever gets canceled, they're gonna fucking dig through all the shit he's ever done. They're gonna cancel the fuck out of us.
Well, that's possible.
Maybe.
They'll cancel Lance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fair.
but Lance has canceled
more like
himself.
Lancel.
It could probably cancel Mercury as well, but
Yeah. Can we use Lance
Do
as
you remember
like a
that-
human shield where we're just like if we hold Lance up, does it distract from anything that we've said or done, or does it just put a big magnifying glass on it?
now do you remember the episode of the show where Mercury decided to like catfish a bunch of people on Craigslist,
Oh fuck, that's right.
No.
and he like got like a picture of some like lady, and he pretended to be a lady and hoped to get some bunch of dick pics from random dudes on Craigslist.
I do not remember that. That does
The
seem
podcast-
problematic. It's a
I'm-
good
I'm
thing
searching
that
it for
was
it
all
on the
an
site.
improv comedy sketch and not like a real thing that was actually happening.
Exactly.
I thought it was multiple episodes though.
It could have been, but it was a multiple episode gag.
Yeah.
Born in the
It
80s
was, it
episode.
was a mid-season arc, you know.
Yeah,
What?
just like there was an episode when Adam or Lance and I were tied up, and there was a bomb. Remember that? That
No,
wasn't
that really
real.
happened though.
So,
Wait, did that
all
not
that
really
stuff-
happen?
or that time when we had that lady who worked as the stripper mom on the episode.
Or that time
I
we
love
had
that
the
episode.
Keegan Michael Key impersonator on?
Just to make him not implicated in anything we've ever done.
March 14th, 2014. Born in the 80s, 129. Natural born catfisher.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
how did stop? Let's delist that one.
TJ, you can't give like episode numbers. It doesn't exist if nobody knows the episode number.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is
but what do
also
you
where-
care, Matt? You weren't even on the show at that point.
I'm just trying to protect my buds.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that, but we're already going to hell.
This is when Mercury actually announced themselves as burlesque dancer. So
Is it?
yep,
Oh, okay.
it's got
So
some
that's
interesting.
when it all began.
Yeah,
It began.
Oh,
It began with catfishing.
a lot of things began because I'm looking at the tags here: boylesque, burlesque, catfish, Craigslist, Dookie,
What the
Hulk
fuck?
Hogan.
What was that?
Well, I think we
Dookie.
were talking about the
I don't know what that is.
album.
the Green Day album. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, Mercury Stardust, No Holds Barred, Penis, and Sex Crypt.
Oh,
Tales
Oh
of the
yeah,
Sex
I
Crypt.
forgot about the sex
I
crypt.
forgot that
Yes.
was ever a thing.
Yeah, we had random people that
We used to
emailed
be
in
really
like gross
fucking
sex
bawdy.
stories. That's
Now we're all old and mature.
now we're all
Mature.
old and we're like,
Yeah,
fuck
the only
capitalism.
young person on the show is an asexual, so like won't even have raunchy stories.
Yeah. All you do is give cunnilingus advice to TJ. So
Cunnilingus isn't sex; it's your fucking civic duty.
I figure
Wait, duty?
like,
That's analingus.
it's
All
probably,
I don't know, TJ. I like to mix my chocolate and peanut butter.
two great tastes that taste great together.
Cancel. It's been a good run. Actually, it hasn't. But we're done.
Peanut butter.
It's been a run, and now it's over. The end.
Play the music. Play us out, Matt Mulholland. Where are you?
We're not even
Thank
gonna
you.
hit episode 420.
Oh man, Adam
Oh,
even
no.
confirmed he would be on. And now we have to cancel it because of
Although actually it was gonna be this week, but we didn't record last week.
correct. Well, no, don't worry about that. He's still
Yeah.
lined up.
Okay.
Don't
Are we recording next week?
don't worry your little head. I don't
we
know.
never know.
Like next week Christmas.
We're recording whenever Adam can record.
we're-
Yeah.
Well, we could do a Christmas is terrible
Yeah,
remote.
Yeah, we should do one of those, but then after that, we'll just hold until we like get Adam on, and it'll be like
No episode for
months.
6 months.
Sounds like a great break.
I mean, otherwise we could backlog and make it episode 404 for the one we skipped.
No, I like
Oh,
that
the
one. not
lost
being fun.
episode.
Episode not found.
I actually like updated the fucking website too. So now like the most recent episode is still pretty old, but not like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's protagonist skater.
How's
Yeah,
your
we're-
Minecraft game going, John?
What? I'm definitely not playing it right now.
No,
so
I definitely don't hear the telltale clicks and clacks.
damn it. My mouse is betrayed. The telltale mouse has betrayed me.
How many nuclear fuel rods do you have now, John?
3.
Okay.
So I've gotten into a deep Minecraft hole again.
Have you invented cold fusion yet?
No.
So you're
but
about 10
neither-
years away?
10 years away. I don't think Cold Fusion exists in Minecraft Tekkit, which is the mod I'm playing. And it's actually like a nostalgic playthrough as well because Tekkit is a mod from probably like 9 years ago, 10 years ago ish. So there's a lot newer like Minecraft mods that exist. But I'm playing the oldie one because I've
You're
been
playing
like,
the
just-
retro mods.
Exactly. Being nostalgic. Spanky and I were talking about this, how like children, who are like now like young adults, in college and stuff, grew up playing Minecraft as like 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
And now
Well,
they're that
And it's like nostalgia on nostalgia because it's like the art style is a throwback to like low poly days, and it's just a pooping nostalgia back and forth forever.
yeah. My favorite part of Minecraft
Oh my
is-
god, someone else makes a Me, You, and Everyone We Know reference?
Yeah, but for me it's more of what's that card game for terrible people?
Use your words.
apples to
Humanity.
apples.
With the guy that, no, apples to apples, but like one of the founders is a really terrible person. That's the
60?
Cards Against
Oh, is it
Humanity.
the oatmeal?
Is the oatmeal guy a terrible person? I hope
Yeah.
not.
Oh God.
What? I'm sure he is, right?
I don't know. I like his sweet comics.
Let's go to
I think
Wicked.
I have
I
a.
like his peanut butter and his chocolate.
I think I have an oatmeal book called
So-
How to Be Perfectly Unhappy.
So I think I said that Matthew, is it Inman?
Oh yeah, nothing good ever
Um,
came from a Matt.
So I'm looking up Wikipedia, Matthew Inman. Let's just see if there's
Just control F
allegations.
allegations.
Control F, yeah, allegations. We've got legal disputes. So he was born in 1982 or 83.
So
Born
he
in the
could be on
80s.
podcast. Let's get him.
Um,
Well, maybe
so I
we
have
should
said-
maybe
I
we
have-
should
I have-
read the whole article first.
I have said, and I continue to agree with this, is that Matthew Inman and the oatmeal is Garfield for millennials.
That tracks.
But let's see here. Okay, I think we've talked about this before. But in 2012, he did this Indiegogo campaign where he was trying to help out this Tesla museum at Wardenclyffe Tower in Long Island, New York, where Nikola Tesla's laboratory was.
Mhm.
It's I don't think that
Is
ever
that
actually.
is that where David Bowie had that field of light bulbs?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just like in May 2014, Inman produced a comic on the oatmeal titled "What It's Like to Own a Tesla Model S," a cartoonist review of his magical space car, and a follow-up comic titled "Part 2: Man vs. Motor," where he talked about Nikola Tesla and Elon Musk. After publishing the comic, he tweeted at Musk inviting Elon to donate to the Tesla Museum, and Elon donated $1 million to the Tesla Museum. You know, one tenth of a percent of his actual value.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just is like, he's just a little bit like full of himself.
You know what? Like, if that's as bad as it gets, I'm totally fine with that.
Anyway, but now he makes like card games, right?
Yeah, he did Exploding Kittens. I've played that before.
Okay. But he's got another one too, like Bears versus Babies or something.
That's actually pretty interesting. I think I played that one.
How many babies do you get per bear? Because it's got to be a lot.
The babies are actually the monsters of the game, and you build animals to defeat the babies.
Okay.
All right, do you want to know what's
I
what's
feel
even
like I
better?
could take out like 1,000 babies with one grizzly.
Do you know what's even better about this? Hiatus. In June 2019, just after the release of Secret Life of Pets 2,
Ugh.
a feature animated in which Inman was a creative consultant for. Thank you for bringing that dog shit to my screen. Inman, that's a bad movie. Inman told the Washington Post that he won't be regularly creating the oatmeal much longer, planning of a hiatus of around 2 years. Inman said he loved the oatmeal, but I'm just tired, and it's been a decade of writing comics for strangers from my basement. I want to try something different for a while. This news came around the same time as the announcement of Inman signing a deal to develop an animated feature for Illumination Entertainment. So he's going to be making the next Minions movie, I guess.
Oh fuck!
That tracks.
That tracks.
Isn't
Look.
Secret Life of Pets Illumination?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's now working for Illumination Entertainment.
I don't know. Get that paycheck.
I agree.
if
Get
you
that
want to
paycheck.
cut-
Like, but
What if
I
he's
just
doing the Super Mario movie?
maybe.
Oh man!
But
Only if it's a shot-for-shot remake of the John Leguizamo one.
I like how you call it the John Leguizamo one,
I couldn't remember
and not
who
like
Mario
the Bob
was.
Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. That's
Bob
right.
Bob Hoskins, who was
To be
like
fair,
the
Bob
Dennis
on
Hopper
crack
one.
the entire time. Yes,
What?
the
I'm just
Dennis
saying,
Hopper one.
Yeah.
Yes, Dennis Hopper one also, but he's also dead. So I guess if you want to try and mention a person who's still alive, you
Yeah.
have to say.
I think that's how movies work. It gets inherited by whoever's the last one alive.
It's like fucking the
Macaulay
Simpsons
Culkin's Uncle
episode
Buck.
Yeah.
It's like the Simpsons episode when was it the hellfish?
Yeah.
Fighting hellfish. So it's the last surviving person that was on a movie. So it could be like some like young child that was in the movie as like an extra, and now they're gonna be like, it's my movie because I'm the only one left.
Yeah.
And,
Eventually,
that's-
Warwick Davis is going to own Star Wars just because he's going to live forever.
He'll never die.
He has to live forever.
I agree with that. He's a national treasure, and it's too important for him to be alive than for him to die. So,
Whom?
excuse
Okay,
me.
thank you.
Do you not know who Warwick Davis is?
No, I know who Warwick Davis is. I was busy looking at the Wikipedia page for Rocky Morton, the director of the Super Mario Brothers movie. His Wikipedia page is 3 sentences long, explaining that he was the co-creator of the TV series Max Headroom.
Oh, boy.
What the fuck?
That's all I know about Mr. Rocky Morton. I know who Warwick Davis is. I love Warwick Davis.
Let's see what his IMDb page looks like. Let's scroll down to crew. Where do they keep the directors on this thing?
In the garbage.
They usually keep him on that chair.
Oh, he co-directed it with somebody named Annabelle Jankel.
Annabelle Jankel has a longer Wikipedia page.
Annabelle Jinkle is the name of my left ball.
Nice.
Hey, wait, isn't Annabelle Jinkle the stuff that all the kids were doing when you poop into a bottle and then huff the fumes?
Oh, he also directed the DOA remake. I remember that being not absolutely terrible.
What do you, whoa, DOA? Like
Yeah.
the video game?
Dead or Alive?
No. It's
What's
the original was a noir movie about a detective who gets poisoned and he has to solve his own murder before the poison kills him. And then they remade it in 1988 with Dennis Quaid.
I prefer
And
Randy
Meg
Quaid.
Ryan.
Wait, Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan?
Is that where
Is that when they made? Is that when they made
I think that's
Jack Quaid?
I think that what okay, when was he born?
I don't know. He's like our age.
Born in the 80s. We need to get him on the
Look up
podcast.
Jack Quaid was born in 1992. Oh, Jack Quaid was born in 1992?
Jesus. Yeah,
Born
so
in the 90s.
they probably fucked then.
Guys,
but
Jack
then-
Quaid is my age. I'm gonna start a fucking Born in the 90s podcast with Jack Quaid. Fuck you, old fuckers.
fine.
Jack
That's
Quaid.
fine. I can still get it.
I didn't think Jack Quaid was that young. I thought he was at least 30.
No.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
That
That
makes
tracks.
me feel really bad about my life and the things I've
Yeah,
accomplished.
that he's accomplished so much and we've done so little.
I mean, he is the progeny of 2 famous actors, so like you get a little bit of a boost there.
yeah, it's true. What could we have done?
Well,
You know.
Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Hey-o!
Meg Ryan. He does look exactly like Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid smashed together.
It's weird how that works because they smashed together
They smashed.
like a bunch.
Remember when they smashed?
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about
I'll have
something
what
that I?
she's having.
Oh,
Can we
I
talk
think
about-
I think I know where you're getting. Where
Are you
you're
talking to
going
me?
with this? Yeah.
Really?
I'm looking up at you.
Wow.
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 Wow. Okay, TJ, I'm definitely not going where you're going unless somehow there's another glitch of the Matrix and we're on the same wavelength. But my wife
My
My
wife.
My wife.
Never mind.
and I have been watching a show that is on Netflix.
Netflix, you say?
It's on Netflix. It was. I don't know why I got like fucking a notification for this show. It's on Netflix. It's called. I don't know if you remember watching The Challenge. Matt?
No.
The thing-
Does that ring a
thing-
bell?
The thing that used to be Road Rules?
Is that
So, yes.
is that Seinfeld episode where they tried to not masturbate?
No, because there's a lot of masturbating going
Oh, okay.
on. No. So TJ's on it. It's called. It's not was, because Road Rules I think still technically existed at this point, but
Yeah, because
it was
what
Road
they did,
Rules versus Real World, challenge.
Yeah. And then eventually just replaced Road Rules. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And they stopped making Road Rules. And so the challenge is like, let's have a bunch of people from Real World and Road Rules like get together and like do a fucking like Survivor style challenge show. But it's from 2006 and it is the fucking 2060th time capsule like of all time
growing up,
and it fucking rules. It like the music is like fucking Atreyu and like Blink 182 and shit. Oh my god, we've been binging it. Like,
you mean they didn't pull a Daria with it and extract the music and
no, exactly. Yeah. Well, because it was MTV like in 2006 instead of, I think Daria was a little bit earlier, they have like probably like deals with the artists. I don't even know, honestly, but it's in there and it is
redistribution licenses. Yeah.
Oh my god, it is so perfect as a watch. Like, it is such absolute trash. Like, and I recognize some of the people because like there's a bunch of people from Real World Philadelphia, which is the 2004 season, which is the one I watched in my dorm on our dorm like big screen that was in our like communal room
over in Stevie
that had cable with everybody else. We all sat out there and watched Real World Philadelphia every week. And so like, I don't know, just such a huge nostalgia bomb, but god, the show is ridiculous.
Did you know that Wes Bergman and Cara Maria Sorballo are tied for the most elimination wins with 14?
Please don't spoil it for me. I'm watching the show new. I'd like retroactive spoilers renewed. No,
there are 3 items on the IMDb trivia page, and they're all just dumb shit like that.
So okay. So the other thing about it that's great is that it is just like, okay, this season that they have. So they only have 2 seasons on Netflix. So maybe it's the 2 seasons they got the fucking rights for or something.
Yeah, it's still going on though to this day. Just
I know.
Heads up. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And so
it apparently started in 1998, so that is a long fucking TV show.
Yeah. So it's, but it's so fucking good. Like, they do this like challenge where there's like a helicopter dropping like money, and they all have to like run around on a golf course, and like whoever collects the most money, like, is gonna win $10,000 to put in their like team bank. That like if you survive, you get like, I don't know. It's like a really complicated rule system. And you have all these fucking like dude bros being like, so you got like all these strategies they're trying to do, and it's just
like
stupid.
Trying to game theory it with just
failing. Yeah. But then they're like, and the winner of this challenge will win this Dell jukebox MP3 player, and it's this like ancient piece of grungy technology. And I was like, oh my god, I remember the Dell Pocket DJ. Like, what is this piece of garbage?
The fuck is it? What?
Yeah, this is like before iPods were like ubiquitous. It's not even a Zune.
They couldn't afford the rights to Zune. What are you talking about?
No, and then another one.
That is the most fucking 2000 looking device ever. That like fake brushed silver plastic, and then like the blue screen. Fuck, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. And then the other thing was, dude, I remember. Even in like 2010, like I didn't even have an iPod because they're so fucking expensive. I had some cheap ass, like I don't even remember what it was.
I remember I had like a 32 megabyte.
Well, I had like
so I had $20 MP3 player from Walmart.
So I used to listen to podcasts at work, and I didn't have a smartphone in 2010, and I had, before I had saved up and bought myself an iPod Touch, I had this like MP3 player that was just like this. I don't even remember the fucking brand.
I had an RCA MP3 player that I had.
Yeah, it was something like that. But I would like download podcasts and stuff to it, and then listen to them at work through that. My God, what like to think that was a decade ago, and it feels like so far away, like with the way technology has gone. And my first smartphone was a fucking Windows phone. But anyway, no, there was another challenge. And like, there was like, if you get the furthest on this like rope course thing, you got a 42-inch Dell plasma TV. Dell TV. Like, sponsored by Dell. And then every time they get a challenge, they're like, hey, is that a challenge on your Nokia Sidekick 2 smartphone by T-Mobile? Like, it's like so like, oh my god, it is. It's definitely worth a watch.
So
It's
I've just gone on a dive of the technology I had in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
The very first MP3 player I have, it's impossible to figure out because it was a really little one. Like I'm talking like maybe 64 megabytes. Like it was tiny. It was like $15. It was cheap even back then. It was a piece of shit. But then I upgraded to a RCA Lyra, Lyra. And you can Google search this to get an image of it, but it is very obviously the you can't afford an iPod, huh? Device. Because it has like the wheel on it, but there's one extra button, so it's not the wheel, so that it wasn't like infringing 100% on Apple's design. And like looking at this thing, I remember like I fucking loved this thing because, like, I mean, obviously, like, I knew having it that it wasn't an iPod and it was not as good as an iPod. But at the same time, like, I could fucking put music on it and listen to music in like 4 gigabytes back. I mean, even now, 4 gigabytes can hold a fair amount of music. But back then, like, upgrading from my 64 megabyte MP3 player to this 4 gigabyte just made me just fucking. I just remember that. I remember the first album I put on there was like Jock Jams 2 or something like that, and I had like the fucking Space Jam kind of music on it. Oh my god, I listened to it in art class.
So I had the first iPad or the iPod that I got in like college or high school, my last year of high school. I got the 20 gigabyte click wheel iPod. That was the 4th gen of the iPod. And it was in high school. I think I bought that. Those are fucking expensive. I love that thing. And then I got a classic. I think the 60 or the 30. The iPod Video.
Yeah,
it played video. I think
so. I had several friends with iPods, so I kind of got to experience, because this was in the era when like you like rode the bus or went to like school trips, because this was like when I was in like freshman in high school and shit, so there was like school things we do. Every time we were on a bus, we had like headphone splitters, and we would just like
you'd smoke your Jenkem and then listen to your iPod and split headphones. Yeah, teenager
basically
stuff.
Yes, yeah. So I don't think we ever. I mean, I was in a redneck high school, so there was like.
So they were like, "What's a MP3?"
So you went to high school with Cotton Eye
some kind
Joe.
of tractor.
Yeah. So anyway, one of my friends had an iPod Mini, and it was my favorite iPod because I don't know, it just looked cool. Like I still think the iPod Minis look cool. They're objectively the worst iPods to have. And then like my mom had an iPod Shuffle, and like I hated that thing. That was the like USB thumb drive shaped ones. And then one of my friends had an iPod Video, and those were the cool ones. But then the iPod Touch came out, and like I had just held off listening to my RCA Lyra for so long that I'd had enough like money saved up. I'm like, oh my god, I might be able to actually get an iPod. And they've released basically an iPhone in iPod form, and that was my first actual Apple branded iPod, was the iPod Touch. And I played Poppy Jump on it.
Yeah, I have an iPod Touch still, and that was like what I used until I got an Android phone, because my first cell phone was like a Windows.
I had a BlackBerry until like 2012.
Yeah, it was a Windows.
And I listened to Pandora on it.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit, my Windows mobile phone, but I was so happy to have a fucking smartphone.
Oh yeah, me too. Like my BlackBerry, my BlackBerry was the kind that had a black and white screen, and it was like the last version of the BlackBerry Curve that had a black and white screen.
Oh my god, dude! Like technology has come so far in 10 years.
Yeah.
But also, the world is a nightmare, and capitalism sucks.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my TED Talk. No, the other thing, what was the other thing about that show? It's just crazy because, like, that show is just so fucking grimy. Like, just looking at these, like, it's like, I think it's like pre-Jersey Shore, because, like, Jersey Shore was, like, when did that
you can,
start?
like, see it bubbling under the surface. Like
2009 is when Jersey Shore started.
Jersey Shore is trying to get born.
This is 3 years before Jersey Shore. But, like, you have these people, and it's just like, I don't know, like there's just some characters, you know. You have Mike Mizanin, who you may know, who's on this show.
That the Miz? Is that the guy?
That is the Miz. Yes,
I've heard of him.
Who was on the Real World New York, Back to New York, or whatever, the second time they did New York, Real World, and he's on it. And I know him very well as the professional WWE wrestler, The Miz, which he actually was signed to WWE in 2006. So, like, right after this season of the challenge, I'm assuming he's not in any more seasons because the WWE doesn't allow you to be on TV unless they, like, give their blessing, even though you're still an independent contractor without a union. But whatever. That's a whole other argument that we could get into. But yeah, so it's like right before he, like, popped off in his career, and like it's just like there's just these the women are at each other's throats, the men are broing around and, like, fighting each other over dumb shit. It's like it's so dumb, and I love it. And they play, like, the worst, like, mid 2000s butt rock in the background. You know what I mean? Like fucking Death Cab and all this shit. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's worth a watch, and it's stupid. And it's just what I needed. Because it's something super dumb that I can watch and not think about the fucking fact that our pandemic life is going to continue for at least another 5 months, probably.
Yay!
The light is at the end of the tunnel, but
it's just a freight train coming our way.
It's still a tunnel that we have to get out of, so it's not that exciting. So yeah, that was my pop culture like week and weekend. It's been getting into that and watching these fucking meathead bros lust over ancient technology.
Yeah,
it's a plasma screen. It's like fucking just, like, huge still.
Looking like, in wonder as, like, more than 4 people hang out in a room together.
Oh my god, I know. Like, this whole house that I'm sure is just riddled with every disease known to man.
Oh yeah,
these people. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, it's like I don't even know how to get into that. It's just messed up. Like, there's I'm trying to think of some of the other people. I don't know. It's a fucking guy who's on the Philadelphia Real World season. His name is Landon. He's got a fucking, like, the first, like, episode, he takes his shirt off, and there's other, because they're, like, doing something on the beach. He's got a fucking puka shell necklace. And you're like, of course he does. Like, of course he does. Because that's the
Does he have a tribal tattoo?
No. But well, maybe. I guess I wasn't looking for that, but I'm gonna have to look for that now.
Yeah.
But like, well, it's actually kind of interesting because this was, like, my wife and I were talking about this because
my wife.
Yeah, she snuck that in there. Lauren and I were talking about that because we were wondering, like, how because there's a few people on the challenge that are very obviously, queer, homosexual or whatever, lesbian or gay or bi. I don't know. They don't really get into the show, but you're just kind of like, were they allowed
sinners,
to be out?
as I prefer to call them?
Were they allowed to be
I
out
think
back then?
In early 2000s, they were still like, we're just not going to talk about it.
No, so they are, and MTV was very forward in that, I think.
Yep.
And so because there's there's Rachel, who's a lesbian and very much like open about it, and then there's a couple gay characters or characters. I mean,
people.
They're kind of characters.
Yeah,
they're playing a character.
People on reality TV are not people; they're characters.
So anyway, but there's a couple gay men and a lesbian, but it's actually interesting too because I'm like, you watch the show and, like, people are wearing, like, shirts that have like a picture of a guy and a girl together, a girl and a girl and a guy and a guy together, like the restroom symbols, and it says, and it says what, and it says like whatever makes you happy, and they're all wearing that, so they're all like clearly in solidarity with their like other teammates. So it's like really kind of heartwarming to see that. Actually, like back in 2006, there were at least MTV people were just kind of like, duh, yeah, it's okay, like. And I was like, okay, so maybe the world sucked. You know, George W. Bush was the president. We were bombing brown people in Afghanistan, but at least MTV was okay.
I prefer my brown people to be bombed with a brown president.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that did happen probably even more than in the Bush time, but you know,
look,
that was drone strikes.
A lot of hospitals look very scary from the air.
Oh, God.
They were coming right at the drones.
Jesus Christ.
Why are we joking about bombing hospitals?
Because the world is a garbage fire, John, and you have to.
You tried to say the world was good, and then our fucking.
So you just had to bring me down.
Yeah, our anxiety took over and was like, yeah, but no.
Anyway, so even in 2006, the world was bad, and I guess it was still better than it is now.
No, it wasn't. That's the secret. If you learn enough history, you realize it was always a dumpster fire, and you see the Matrix, and you see that it's made out of shit and fire.
So can we talk about, like, I don't know what happened, but maybe this is yet another glitch in the Matrix, but I got way into a Reddit called r/glitch_in_the_matrix.
Yeah.
Glitch in the Matrix, and it's just people posting like stories of glitches in the Matrix that they've
like a bunch of deja vu stories and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But here's a really good one. So I actually handpicked some of these, and it's really interesting. And it's just, there's another glitch in the Matrix because you mentioned the term glitch in the Matrix when I was literally going to talk about this on the podcast, and I did not forewarn you. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I accidentally went to r/bitch in the Matrix, and it's real.
Carrie Ann Moss.
There's no post. There's just an about, but I thought it was funny that it was real.
So, Glitch in the Matrix is a Reddit about people observing weird things, and there's this one that was really upvoted with something like 3.6 thousand upvotes. Probably what got me into this Reddit and started reading it. So, but apparently it's pretty popular because there's 700,000 people subscribed to this thing. So, I died last night. ... But I'm still here. So this actually happened last week. ...
This person was high as fuck. Just gonna preface this.
It just took me some time to come to terms with it. I got a phone call from my next door neighbor late in the evening asking if I could help him move a mattress into his upstairs. His mom is ill and has a big, heavy Sleep Number bed. I, of course, ran over to help because they're great neighbors. I get over there, and his friend, who is also a priest, was there to help.
Well, an old priest or a young priest? Because you need both.
It's probably a young priest.
Okay.
I helped them figure out how to separate the mattress from the bed so we could fit it up the stairs. We get it all moved up and back in place, and my neighbor asked if I could help him move an armoire upstairs too. I think nothing of it. We pull it out of his travel trailer and start bringing it up the front stairs of the house. This is where I died. The front stairs are 11 steps. I was on the lower end of the armoire, about 6 steps up, and my neighbor and his friend lose a handle on the armoire, and it comes crashing down on me, and I fall backwards towards the pavement. I then wake up in my dining room to my phone ringing and my wife asking, me.
My wife. What are you pausing for?
Sorry,
I don't know what you're pausing for, John. Can you
I was really engrossed in the story.
Okay.
You weave such a tale. I was lost in it.
John, I can't believe you'd interrupt your storytelling for something like that.
John is he's like, he looked out, saw there were no more conversations to interrupt, and he wept for he had interrupted them all.
All right, continue.
All right. My wife.
My wife?
I woke up to the phone ringing.
My wife.
Asking me if I'm going to answer the phone. It's my neighbor asking me if I can help him move a bed upstairs for his mom. I go over there and meet his priest friend again, as this has been the first time I met him. I say I can help with the bed, but I can't help him with the armoire. My neighbor was like, how did you know about the armoire? I then proceeded to tell him that I'm pretty sure I just died. I spent the next hour talking to the priest. He had so many questions. My neighbor didn't believe it until I described the upstairs bedroom in perfect detail, down to the metal mattress frame on the floor and the intricate headboard leaning against the wall, and I had never been upstairs in their house before. The priest asked me what I saw after I died. I told them I didn't actually die, because before it happened, I just woke up at my dining room table. TLDR, I experienced my death, but woke up about 20 minutes earlier in my life.
He did it wrong. He did it wrong. You're supposed to go, and you're supposed to go die, do something else, and then you'll wake up again, and you just keep dying and dying and dying, and you can try all the stuff, and you learn to play piano, throw a toaster into the bathtub, learn how to fix everybody's life in the small town that you're in, but instead he had one shot. One chance to make his mark.
And then the airplane engine falls on your bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was drone striked.
Drone struck.
This happened in
it's
Afghanistan.
drone struck.
Drone struck. That's my favorite webcomic. Drone struck.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
I thought your favorite webcomic was Stone Toss.
No, I know what John's favorite webcomic is.
Can you tell me what the URL is?
No, John, I can't, because you won't fucking edit it out when I say it.
Wait, when I say it, it gets edited out?
Oh.
Yes, John.
The Slowdown blog.
Slowdown blog.
The music slowing down blog.
Yeah. There's an Italian word that's used for... Yeah, there's
I'm
an
a
Italian
musician,
word.
so I can say it. It's like
Wait,
how Spanky can
Matt,
say
can you
jokes,
say that
I can't
again
say.
slower so I can isolate that and
No.
remove some of the syllables?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
So anyway,
My fucking dumbass French Canadian friend, when I said the R word, he's like, "Why won't you say that word?" I'm like, "Because it's a slur." He's like, "Not in my language." I'm like, "I don't fucking speak your language."
Yeah. There's probably something in France that's like, I don't know.
well, like the worst is like when
No,
you
he's
actually
from
have to-
Quebec. He fucking knows.
Well, like it's actually worse like when you actually have to use that like term not as a slur. You know,
Yeah,
when you have
like
to say it-
fire
well, like-
retardant.
or no, or
I
like
feel dirty
specifically-
saying that, but it's correct.
Or
Fire retardant blog.
Well, specifically when you like look at like scientific things, and they'll be like, "Oh, this chemical compound actually retards the growth of spores."
yeah,
And you're like, "Well, okay, yeah." It just seeing it looks bad, but I understand what you're saying because that's what it means.
Yeah.
it's also a baking term when you want to slow down the activation of yeast.
Yeah,
Is you put things in. Yeah, it's
say it, TJ.
yeah, and no.
Come on, we've all said it.
It's
Fine.
Matt said fire retardant. So I can isolate that. We need to get this is our tontine. We all have to say the word retard, and then I can isolate it. And then if any of you cross me, I can cancel you.
And then
And
if one of us
See,
goes down, we all go down.
Exactly.
see, John's saying it as a verb, so it's fine
Yeah.
with accent on the re part.
Excellent. Word, TJ.
On the re part, like if you're going to retard your yeast. There you go.
All right.
Isolated.
Got him. All right, Spanky.
What?
Never mind. I think Spanky. Did you say it earlier as well?
I think
Probably.
he did.
We've all
If
said
not,
this.
I'm sure over the course of all of the episodes Spanky's been on, you
Well,
can
Spanky
edit
said the
some
F word
syllables
in a
together.
previous episode. So,
Yeah, but apparently he gets a pass because he,
but out of context.
No, Candace
Oh,
Owens
no.
told me I could say that.
Have you seen the internet? You don't get context on the internet.
Listen, Adam Carolla is right. Context.
I'm just
means
gonna
everything.
edit out John saying Adam Carolla is right, and that'll cancel him.
No, but you don't get canceled anymore. You just get popular with a different crowd of people.
oh jeez.
That's how it
That's how
works.
it's always been.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Like the people that get canceled, it's because they have some amount of shame. If you are just a garbage person through and through, it doesn't affect you.
That's why Donald Trump was able to survive for so long.
Yeah. They're like, why doesn't anything stick to Donald Trump? Well, it's because he's a sociopath.
Yeah, he does not care.
Nothing sticks to Donald Trump because he rolls around in oil every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
moisturize me.
Sometimes it's Crisco. Sometimes it's Crisco. Sometimes it's crude. But
bubbling.
Always oil.
He just got to make sure he's got some extra peanut butter for his chocolate.
All right.
Peanut butter.
So that's the
Donald Trump does not eat chocolate. He does not like anything chocolate.
My favorite part of
only white chocolate.
Yeah.
My favorite part of this I died last night Glitch in the Matrix post was the first comment that's upvoted 2,000 votes. My man just loaded a save file in front of God. I mean, it's literally what it is.
Yeah.
He's like, let me reload the save. Try that again. Oh, man, dude. Obviously the Armoire boss is way OP.
Yeah.
And he needed another shot at it. I'll probably have another one of these next week. I have a longer one too, but I don't want to go into it today because this guy, it's Altanta though, says, I may have found the end of the world. It's quite long. But
is it
anyway.
Literally everything around us right now?
No, I think it's about him basically like, when you find like the edge of the map, and like things are, that's kind of like what he's getting into. So
that's at the South Pole. And if you get over that wall, there's secret Nazi bases.
I see.
Yeah. I have some pamphlets on the Hollow Earth theory. I'll mail it to you. It's fine.
All right, thank you. I need those. So what has everybody else been up to? It's fucking already Christmas, basically. By the time this comes out, Christmas will have probably already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Spanky, does Ewan want a card? He didn't get back to me, mostly because I didn't tell him directly.
How can you mail a card to Canada?
I have international postage stamps.
Moose spit.
I've got 3 cards, 2 going to Toronto and 1 going to the Netherlands. So
thank you, man.
So Toronto.
Toronto.
But who wants to hear gaming news that I even don't care about?
Yeah, TJ's Gamergate corner.
Yeah. God damn.
TJ's corner on why Gamergate is all about ethics.
All right, so I want the episode title to be TJ's Gamergate corner, but spelled corner with a K.
Let's open up the Gamergate and go into TJ's Gamer Garden. All right, here we go.
Oh, I gotta write this down though on my notes. We got TJ's Gamergate.
It's heads up. It's not just the saturation filter. My face is turning red.
I'm writing this down. TJ's Gamergate.
All right,
Where the fuck is the saturation filter? So I turn it off. Oh.
What's new?
Where is it?
What's new in the gaming world, TJ? Presumably something probably happened with Kingdom Hearts.
No, I don't give a fuck.
The fact that you can't buy a PlayStation 5 unless you are a robot.
Well, there's technically 2 pieces of gaming news in the past 2 weeks. Number 1, right now, digital copies of Cyberpunk are on old systems are Xbox exclusive because of how bad that game is running on the old systems. PS4 pulled it off their store. What's that?
Well,
is it free yet?
Can we talk a little bit more about
It's free if you, like me, just fucking download it off the internet from Pirate Bay.
True. I've never heard
John,
of
what's
this
up?
Pirate Bay.
No, so this originally started with CD Projekt Red posting we're going to accept, we want people.
Funny that we call this the Gamergate corner because CD Projekt Red's GOG account tweeted in support of Gamergate a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're too deep into this.
CD Projekt Gamergate, right, guys? High fives all around. If you're an audio only listener, you can't tell, but everybody high fived me. All at once.
It's true.
And then they picked me up on their shoulders and carried me out.
And then everyone clapped.
A slow clap. We started a slow clap.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Slow and silent.
God, what was I even fucking talking about?
CD Projekt Red talking about their shitty
Okay,
launch.
yes. So they were
Yeah.
really disappointed with the launch and the quality on the older consoles is what they said. I mean, they probably wouldn't. I mean, they put it out, so I mean, they still released the game, but and took your money. But oh boy,
Not my money.
oh my
Hashtag
god,
not my
what's in the
money.
Matrix? I just had to sneeze and then I didn't. So I'm gonna write a Reddit post on that.
Okay.
So CD Projekt Red was like, "Hey, we feel bad if you're an older console gamer, and we're working on like updates, but you should look for a refund if you're really disappointed." And then like Microsoft's like, "Yeah, we'll refund you," and like I think maybe like all these other places that you buy physical copies from, or like just do the thing where you return it, whatnot. It's not working.
Except for GameStop, but
Except
you know.
for it really depends on
CD
that.
Projekt Red was like, if you bought a physical copy, try and return it there first, and if they don't take it, talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll work
Listen,
something out.
Exactly. And so then Microsoft was like, okay, yeah, we'll refund you. And then Sony was like, no, we're not refunding you. You need to talk to CD Projekt Red. And then CD Projekt Red was like, work with PlayStation. And it was just like, so actually, if you bought the digital version on PS4, you actually can't return it because there's. And then Sony was like, you know what? We're not going to sell the game anymore, and they pulled it from the store.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot buy it on there until I'm assuming they get more patches out or something.
So it's a good game.
I've heard that it is good from people that are way into yelling at female minority game reviewers and things. I've also heard it is bad by the fact that it's very glitchy and the RPG elements are maybe not as strong as they would have hoped.
So what you're saying is the response is split like 50-50.
I've heard it looks very pretty, especially if you have some of those new graphics cards that you either bought from a scalper or were lucky enough to get a copy of.
Yeah. Or if you're sick of mining Bitcoin and you just want to play games for like 15 minutes before you go back to mining Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that reminds me, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah, so that was kind of how that evolved now. So the game is like delisted, which is crazy that it has come to that.
Look, the only Cyberpunk game I'm looking forward to is Stray.
So I just wanted to get all the details correct. GOG.com, which is owned by CD Projekt, their Twitter account posted an image of a tombstone reading "R.I.P. Games Journalism, August 28th, 2014. The date is synonymous with the beginning of Gamergate, an online hate group that targets journalists, women, people of color, and the LGBTQ community in and around the games industry."
I'm confused about what the message of that is. Is that saying, because it could also mean that like Gamergate ruined games journalism on that date, but I feel like that's probably not what they meant.
So this is in a tweet where this is in an article describing that just a few months later there was a trans positive what's the word? It was when the Supreme Court ruled in favor that Title IX applies to gender identity discrimination and LGBTQ and sexual orientation discrimination. And the hashtag going around was "won't be erased." And the same Twitter account decided to say, "Classic PC games, hashtag won't be erased on our watch." Yeah, how's that for some use of hashtags? So like they have history of just like co-opting shit.
So because I didn't...
I mean, they're from Poland, so they're basically Nazis, right?
Yeah. Well, like, they didn't put up much
Poland
of a fight.
is a far-right country right now, too.
Yeah. So because I didn't know immediately what Title IX was, I Googled it. And then I was reminded that there's a sports and athletics clothing store here that it's called Title IX, and I don't understand why.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's athletic wear and clothes for women, I guess. But it seems like a weird name. So that's a thing in our the bougie mall that we have around here. Not the dingy mall, but the bougie one has one. So
so West Town Mall. Got it.
Wait, Westtown Mall.
Hilldale.
Bougie Mall?
Hilldale is the bougie mall.
Oh,
Hilldale.
Hilldale is the bougie mall.
Yeah,
You see
Hilldale.
it.
I live pretty close to it, so whenever I check in on Uber Eats, like I'm here and I get a Hilldale order first usually, and it's like at least gonna be $15. It's like for my commission. I don't even want to know how much the food actually costs, but there's some expensive ass shit in that.
Oh yeah,
strip
they're
mall.
ordering like sushi.
Yeah.
Because they have like a sushi restaurant there. And
Mhm.
it's the good mall for sure. They got the fucking Apple store moved from the Westtown Mall to that mall.
I mean,
Just to tell you how much of a bougie
There-
mall it is.
I had to pick something up at like a store that was on like the inner walk only part. So that I think that was like the only, possibly the first time I've been on the interior part of that strip mall.
Yeah.
And they had outside of this like I think it was called like Blended or something. It was like a Cold Stone meets Jamba Juice. They had tables with like actual plastic bubbles around them that were heated.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
I was like, this is some Elysium bullshit right now. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking rich people. They live in a
So-
different world than us.
Oh god damn, your filter's messing up with your drink.
yeah, I
Um,
love when it does that.
Other gaming news of no concern that I really couldn't care less about, and I really should, but I don't. Is the new Smash Brothers character that was just announced?
Oh yeah, it's fucking Kirby Puckett.
Yeah, it's
The-
longsword guy, nose person, or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Oh, didn't he kill Mario as well in that cutscene?
Oh yeah, it looks like he fucking stabs it through the heart, but he's just hooked
Just like
on
Aerith.
That's the point. And they even had a part where he does the stab downward right next to Zelda to kind of replay that scene. But yeah, Sephiroth from
oh, is
Final
it-
Fantasy VII.
This the goth dude that I'm seeing in these pictures.
Yes, the goth
Okay.
dude.
My
and
God, dude.
two of his costumes are shirtless.
Mm.
He's got
Because of
fucking
course they are.
belts everywhere.
No,
That's
that's
Nomura.
Oh,
that-
I just
that's
saw
Squall from Final Fantasy VIII.
I just
belts.
saw the fucking the character select for Smash Brothers for the first time in like I don't know how long, and it's fucking ridiculous. There's
Yep.
They
so
added a lot of
many.
characters.
Yeah, the character list is freaking huge, and
Yeah.
I still haven't bought the second Fighters Pass, but that's because I don't play it too much anymore, and I really
Yeah.
couldn't care about Byleth or.
I really don't
Um,
look at it. Don't look at the character select because whenever
sorry.
I play Smash Brothers, I'm a Genji main.
Dude, man, it's the only way to be. Genji, and what's the other guy?
Lucio?
No. The
Oh,
It starts with an H, doesn't it? Like Horatio or
Hanzo.
something.
Hanzo?
Hanzo?
is it Hanzo?
Hanzo.
Han Solo?
It's really that basic.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is
They
that
really
basic.
named it Hanzo.
They named him
God,
after the
that's-
sword guy.
But he's not a sword guy.
Yeah,
It's like they're just like, let's pick a cool Japanese name. Fucking Blizzard. That's all right. I mean, Overwatch is fairly inclusive when it comes to character design.
I mean,
so
In America.
much more,
in the
much
comics.
much more so than it was than other games. But
hey Matt, did you want to do some investing right now?
Yes.
Are you buying properties?
No, I
are you
can't
going to
afford
become a
properties.
landlord?
Here's my investment
Maybe.
sounder.
I'll eat your ass. I will eat your ass.
Eat your ass. Right now it's free it's no transaction fees for buying crypto on PayPal.
Oh,
I wish I
man.
would have bought crypto when I
I
had
bought
the chance.
crypto like like 2 years ago, I think, after a big boom, because I was like, oh man, it's probably just gonna keep going up, right? Nope.
Yep.
It probably
Yeah,
went
right
up
now-
since then, but I'm out of that whole.
Oh, they definitely have. But yeah, on PayPal you can buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash.
Mhm.
I just wish that I would have bought Bitcoin when I had the chance, because it's ridiculous now. But like there was a point, I think it was like 2013, 14, when I was like, I should probably just throw like a couple grand into Bitcoin. And that was back, I think, when Bitcoin was probably like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 a coin. It's now 23,000 a coin.
2014 was right after its first spike. It was it was in the range of $200 to $600.
Yeah,
and then the big
like
spike happened in 2017, where it went up to $19,600 per Bitcoin. Then it dropped all the way down to about 3,500, and right now it's 23,000 per Bitcoin.
Yeah, kind of wish I would have just thrown some extra cash into that instead of the. I mean, I put it into rather than doing that, I decided to open up a brokerage account and put in a bunch of like money market funds and stuff. That has made me, a decent return on investment, but not the. What is it? What is it? What was it in like 20? Yeah, it was probably like 2016 when I was going to buy it.
Yeah,
2016. Well, no, it was like 2015. It was before Trump.
Right.
It was 2015.
BT.
200.
We called that.
It's about $200 to $400.
So I could about 4 Bitcoin. Let's say about 4 Bitcoin. I would have $80,000 right now.
Yes.
Oh my god! I should have done it.
I have
some money. Can I have some money, please? Everybody,
I have 6% of a percent of a Bitcoin.
But then I was also looking at buying Ethereum as well because it was cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But Ethereum actually hasn't done quite as well.
This cannot become a crypto trading podcast.
It could be.
So Ethereum was 12 a share back when I was.
We might get a listener.
No, Ethereum wasn't 12. Ethereum was 80 cents a coin or whatever.
Yeah.
And it is now 650 a coin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
I feel bad too because everyone's like, it's volatile. You shouldn't put your money into it. And then now
everything's
it's like,
volatile.
I know, but now it's like, yeah, it's volatile for sure compared to other currencies. But Jesus, has it's like sustainedly gone up.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Money's stupid.
Just invest in like a mutual fund that has some Bitcoin like stuff as part of it. That way you don't have to put. So while we're doing Financial Corner, I signed up for an app called YOTA, YOTTA, and it's
Yoted on them.
Its whole thing is like it tricks you into like saving money because for every $25 you have in there in your account, you get like a lottery ticket every week, and you can win like anywhere between like 6 cents to like $10 million. So it's like literally I need a dumb app to make a game for me before I start like saving money.
Yeah, gamify everything.
Yeah, just gotta gamify it so that you're like it's.
You just gotta yote on your savings. You gotta
don't eat
like that fiscal responsibility.
What's really annoying too is that like if I would have been, I guess, more into it back in the day, because like right when Bitcoin started to like show up, like in like 2013, 2014, I actually like looked into Bitcoin mining on my computer and joining like a mining co-op where you would, share power and then share the Bitcoins when they came out.
Sounds like a bunch of commie bullshit to me.
I would have so much fucking money right now if I would have done that, because early on that was when it was really easy to get Bitcoin and it was cheap.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's fucking, you can't think about that. I'm happy.
No, the actual mining of Bitcoin is so energy intensive because the like equations or whatever are so long now that it basically is like breaking even for what you spend on electricity.
I mean, so there was a point back, like, because this is different. Like I was talking about like buying, $500 worth of Bitcoin, 10 years ago, and it would be probably worth something like $50,000 now. Like, okay, knowing I didn't do that, but like back then people were like buying, like going to places where power was super cheap, basically, and finding places where you could get power super cheap, and then building or using building and converting it into a mining factory where they just had graphics cards hooked up running Bitcoin calculations. You know what I mean? And they were just like, like abandon them when the prices got higher for power because like it was, the amount of power using cost more than you were earning Bitcoin.
You just sell off all those graphics cards secondhand and you don't talk about what they were used for before that. Like, no, it's like new. It's hardly used. One driver.
But people don't even like the new really expensive graphics cards aren't what people use for Bitcoin mining anyway, because
there's probably
all
like
the
dedicated hardware now.
Yeah, basically, like all of the really crazy bells and whistles on like the new, NVIDIA graphics cards aren't really needed for the Bitcoin stuff. The people, they just use graphics cards for the calculations because I think they were the best power to calculation ratio or something. I don't even remember.
They were like
it just made the most sense.
Yeah, it was basically just like the fact that they were an entire solid state computer on a card. I think is why people used it.
Yeah.
When I think of Bitcoin, I just remember that Steve Bannon is like super big into Bitcoin.
Yeah, John, you could have been like Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
I really missed out, guys.
You could have been an advisor to the president.
Yeah.
I just wish I would have gotten into Bitcoin because then I could just be retired now playing Minecraft all day. And then I'll get like super racist.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens when you're like.
It's just
you mean like more racist, right?
Anyway,
no,
but no, I mean, like,
if you got really into Bitcoin when it was first starting, like through some weird butterfly effect, like Bitcoin would have collapsed and not be a thing anymore.
Oh, exactly. Well, yeah, this is how it works. Like, well, we're in the Matrix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's actually gated off.
I like to call it the Matrix.
I like to
call it the mattress.
I like to call it the Muttrix, which is the name of a Big Dogs T-shirt that I had.
Oh, jeez.
Remember Big Dogs?
Yeah.
It was the greatest T-shirt.
The sanitized mass market version of Big Johnson T-shirts. Big
Dog Muttrix.
God, Big Johnson T-shirts are terrible.
Dude, we are gonna start Big Pussy T-shirts. That can't just be a Discord thing. There's money on the table for that.
This is oh man, I want to put it up on my screen. This is, or no, I'll share it in the Discord actually.
Yeah.
The T-shirt that I had. It's in Bytecast discussion. Matt, what did you just link to me? What did you talk ugly to me about?
I thought you might want a piece of sweet 2000s technology.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna look at that. Here we go. This is an actual T-shirt owned by a young, like, not high school aged, but like middle school aged John_Danger.
The
Matrix released. Oh my god!
This is something that late 90s, early 2000s Matt would have lusted after.
Oh yeah, dude, it was fucking awesome. The Big Dogs Matrix. I was way into the Matrix.
And you know what? 2020 Matt still lusts after it, but for different reasons. It's just like,
I know look
at this. I love
genuine childhood
now.
enjoyment.
Now I just love garbage.
Yeah, your genuine childhood enjoyment has become ironic love.
Yeah, cynical, ironic detachment.
Mm-hmm. That's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Anyway, Spanky.
Yeah.
Did you
not
get COVID
not
from
for the lighter side
Hobby
of things.
Lobby?
No, I didn't get COVID from Hobby Lobby.
Okay, because I remember I was worried about that. I'm
got
editing
it from that wedding, remember?
The episode from 2 weeks ago.
I got an antibody test and it came back negative.
You got an antibody test?
Yeah.
You never got the bug.
No.
I like to call it.
I never got COVID either.
I got blood drawn when I did my biometrics for my work.
You have to do biometrics for work?
Yeah, well, for my health insurance.
I know, that's the fucking worst shit.
So they're like, by the way, we've got your blood, so we're gonna do a COVID antibody test. I was like, okay, whatever.
They were like, for like the scale of like programmers, like you're actually doing really good on blood alcohol and vape juice levels. So good job. For your field, you're super healthy.
Yeah, I think that's like some really dystopian ass shit that companies do, like where they're like, "Yeah, we want you to do a blood test just to see how healthy you are." You know, that it's like, I don't know if I like this.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like they can't exclude you now for that kind of stuff. But so instead, they're just like, "We'll offer you a discount if you voluntarily get this shit done."
Yep,
correct. Yes, I get $300. I get $300 off of my total insurance payments that come from my end a year.
Yeah, that's kind of how mine works as well, except for that instead of having to do biometrics, we just have this like Virgin Pulse like healthcare app that you get. It's actually great because it's like positive reinforcement. So like if you have a step tracker or whatever, you get points in the app, you know, for like getting a certain amount of steps or like tracking that you got 8 hours of sleep, all this like random ass shit. But like you get gift cards for like Amazon if you like reach certain milestones. There's like a reason to actually do stuff. And you get a discount by getting like the bare minimum points in the app, which is like super easy. You don't actually have to like get a screening, which is nice because it's like, well, I don't want to go to the fucking doctor this year for one.
Yeah.
But for two, like I don't even have to worry about like a company having my like personal health information. I don't necessarily want to give them, but yeah.
Okay, so if a company, if your employer or your insurance company offered you like a capsule pill that was full of electronics that recorded everything about you and your state of health, how much of a discount would they have to offer you before you swallowed that fucker?
They would just have to make it a suppository instead, so I would get some enjoyment out of it.
Ooh, it's vibrating.
That's true. Make it a suppository so I can feel them fuck me.
Yeah.
Rather than just getting fucked the old-fashioned way. Anyway, yeah, it's just it's so fucking like just dystopian.
It's actually it's like it's kind of like a wireless charging pad, except it's a Symbian that you have to sit on for 3 hours every night to collect your data.
I love it. A Symbian that collects your data. I mean, you know, at least you get something out of it for yourself.
Have you seen the male Sybians?
No.
No.
Is it up your ass, or you put your dick in it?
You have to send them like a mold of your dick so that they get the measurements right. But it's this like air powered piston. So like it takes.
Are you talking about the Venus 2?
Yeah,
that's from. I've seen that on Found Footage Festival.
Yeah,
they have the instructional video and stuff that comes.
Yeah,
with that.
Symbian is the one that makes that device.
I didn't even know that it was related to that.
Yeah, and it basically uses hydraulics to power and uses your dick as the rod in the piston and uses a hydraulic system to power like the air piston to masturbate you.
Teledildonics is the future. I've always said
and
that.
Honestly, that was watching that video was the first time I've ever been aroused. So I think I just really want to fuck machines.
Yeah.
I see.
You're just not interested.
You do talk about how much you like robots.
I like robots and really, really buff women over the age of 80.
There's this.
Mickey, have you ever considered you're not asexual, but you have a really specific fetish that you've never fully found?
Oh man, there's this lady that gets reposted on Reddit every once in a while.
John, I've seen a lot of shit on the internet. I'm pretty sure I would have found it by now.
I'm just telling you. You never know, though. The internet's infinite, Spanky.
John's like the parent that's just like, oh, you just haven't found the right girl yet.
You just haven't found the right kink yet. There's some weird shit out there you haven't seen.
Which, it's funny you guys are saying this because I was just digging through Am I the Asshole Filtered because I wanted to find a controversial one.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I think I've got the perfect one.
All right. Let me do this.
So,
Let me get my asshole judging hat on.
Fuck you assholes doing?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool.
We're cool.
And fuck you, I'm out.
Oh, it's so good. Thank you, Matt. Am I the asshole for kink shaming my mom?
Yes.
All right.
Mom's got to fuck
so
too.
I'm
always
I'm
said
gonna
that.
give you guys 3 points to pass judgment.
So
feel free
is
to
the
comment
mom
anywhere
actually into stepbrother porn for real? Because then maybe it's okay to kink shame.
Fair.
She's into stepson porn.
That's what I'm saying, stepson.
So again, feel free to comment anytime. But we've got 3 points to actually pass judgment. One
Okay.
with the actual post, one with the first update, and one with the second update. So
Well,
Let me
multiple updates is always a
Let
good
me
sign.
just get my.
All right.
Let me get my judging filter on.
perfect. So I'm not gonna pull the "it's not what it sounds like" card. This is
It is
exactly
what-
this is exactly what it says on the tin. I
Nice.
personally think I was justified in doing so, but I'm willing to hear people out if I wasn't.
Okay.
My mom, 55F, has this pretty necklace that she wears all the time.
Is it a pearl necklace?
We'll get to that. I
No!
20F would always admire it when I was a kid. Nobody else has a necklace like it. It's metal and it wraps around her neck like a ring.
These
She
are
never-
Benoit beads.
She never took it off and always told me that it was a gift from my dad whenever I asked about it.
Oh my god.
Last week, she sat me down to tell me something. She told me that she's in a 24/7 BDSM relationship with my dad. The necklace is not actually a necklace, but a fucking collar that he has the key to. I couldn't handle it. This necklace that I always loved as a kid is actually for her kink that she was shoving in my face for my entire life. Now I'm rethinking all of her behaviors and all the ways she got me involved in her goddamn kink. I told her that she was disgusting and stormed out. Now she's blowing up my phone, accusing me of being a prude and a kink shamer. My dad's getting in on it too and swearing that the shit is healthy. I just don't know what to do. Currently, I can't even think of forgiving her for telling me this. She said so Reddit, but so, born in the 80s. Am I the asshole?
So I tried to look
but
up
your
this
mom calling you a
collar.
prude is a dick move.
I tried to look up this collar, and man, there's a lot of like exposed nipples on Etsy that I didn't know was allowed.
Matt, it's okay. Most of those nipples are mine.
Are they
Male
male presenting nipples?
That-
Then it's
that-
okay.
That's Tumblr. It's okay.
So, and also, is it problematic that a BDSM collar is also called slave jewelry? That seems problematic.
Is that really what it's called?
That's what it's called on this Pinterest collection by Tori Lynn. 12 pins, 8 followers.
I mean, you know it's bad when you know that like the tech community has moved from using right Spanky, they don't say master and slave anymore, right? For
Well,
or
Did you know
there's
that,
been a movement.
the more ethical members of tech
Yeah.
have decided that that's a good thing to do.
Okay.
I will say though that the more ethical members of tech
It's been
are the
called a
minority
slave
of-
since I was a boy.
So,
yeah,
John,
the more
is
ethical
tech
members
the
of tech are the
classification
minority of tech.
Is tech the classification for like all just like fetish play or just specifically for this like domination stuff?
John, it's Lord and Squire now instead of master and slave.
No, it's
Squire-
capitalist and citizen.
It's master and subservience.
We must seize the means of eroticism.
It's Master and Commander now.
Yes. No, that's just my Russell Crowe play that I like to do.
All right.
I think seize the means of appropriation would have been better.
People don't call it a gimp suit anymore because that is it is problematic. So they call it a
right.
I think when I looked it up, it was called like
they call it a mat suit. Oh
no. It was one of those things where like the word popped in my head and I was like, that seems like a thing that's not what it should be called anymore. And I looked it up, but I can't remember what it's called. It was called like sub suit or something, BDSM suit or something.
Sub suit.
I don't know. Either way, it didn't fit.
That's what the people wear when they go in the submarines.
Yeah.
They put on a sub suit.
All right, ready for the edit for info?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so wait, was that the first spot where we were supposed to lock in an opinion?
Lock in a judge.
My opinion is the asshole. You are the asshole.
Okay. John?
I'm going to say everyone sucks here.
Everybody's shitty here, okay.
Everybody's shitty here.
Spanky, we got a judgment here?
I was going to say you're the asshole, but the mom calling her a prude made me go, everyone's shitty here, because I don't like it when people call people prude.
Fair.
BDSM jewelry is really expensive for what it is. Like $222? Come on. It's not that great.
No.
I mean, these people like to get fucked in many ways that is quite painful. So draining their wallet is just part of the process.
But that was for a necklace that probably is like what the poster is describing, where it doesn't like immediately say this is a BDM color. It just kind of looks like a necklace. But it costs a shitload.
BDSM.
Yeah, you need to be looking for the DIY BDSM tag. Well, you can just make it yourself.
BDSM. Come on, everybody. Let's get it all together.
Oh my god. I was wondering who was going to be the first person to mention that.
I did not want to bring that
me.
up.
I would like to point out.
Yeah. It's where your pacifier is attached to your collar.
Right.
Also a pacifier ball gag? Got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this fucking podcast.
That's a real thing, right? Right?
What?
Yes, it is. And I don't want to know that it exists.
Adult baby diaper lovers?
No,
the pacifier ball
gags.
Oh, we talked about that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. All right. Edit for info. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I never remember what we talked about like a week ago, let alone several weeks, so...
Okay, so edit for info. While she never did anything directly sexual around me, I've learned that kink isn't, quote, inherently sexual to a lot of BDSM people. So things like her opening the door for my dad and giving him a back massage is actually just their kink. She calls him Sir. Also, I am asexual and sex repulsed. She knows this. One more edit because people are rightfully asking how it came up into conversation. I literally just complimented her necklace and told her how much it meant to me.
And
that's partially why
I was like, "Oh yeah, your dad likes to grab it while we fuck." Oh, thanks, Mom.
Mom, why?
So
too much info.
This is why I went for everybody's shitty here, because calling an asexual a prude is a really shitty thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of could tell that this person was.
I think you need to answer.
But I also like as far as asexuality is a spectrum, just like sexuality is. I'm not sex repulsed as an asexual. I don't like sex, but I'm definitely not a sex. I like sex jokes and shit a lot. I think they're hilarious.
And you do sex with like 80-plus-year-old really buff chicks.
Exactly.
you haven't found one yet.
And the Sibian Venus too. If I could get like a fucking nursing home weightlifting team riding in on some fucking Sibians, I would be in fucking euphoria.
Oh, that's great. All right, let's finish up this first edit.
Okay.
So I literally just complimented her necklace and told her how much it meant to me. That's partially why I was so heartbroken to hear about its origin. I apologize for being so angry in the comments, but this has admittedly been traumatizing for me. A lot about my childhood is coming to light. All right. So
What? All right, continue.
okay, so that's it. That's a good spot to stop because then we have final update.
Okay.
So yeah,
Um,
I will follow Spanky's lead and assume that the mom also knew that this person was asexual, and then calling them a prude pushes us over into everybody's shitty here territory.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't understand how opening a door for someone's a kink, but that's just because I'm boring.
See, now opening a door that does nothing for me. But like,
if you fuck the door-
if Granny Schwarzenegger rips that bitch off the hinges and throws it at me, I am erect.
Better yet, she just fucking Kool-Aid Mans through the walls. Oh yeah.
God.
So good.
And then she can change my diaper.
Oh God.
You're supposed
You're
to change hers.
Oh yeah, you can change each other's
You can-
diapers.
That's only if you're a switch. You know, there's different roles and everybody's
Oh,
different.
so
Yeah.
that's what Nintendo's trying to teach me now.
I'm a baby versatile.
Yeah.
I'm an ABDL switch. Like I'm a baby, but also like I'm kind of like the older baby that takes care of the other babies. I keep trying to find.
Speaking of Switch, go to borninthE80s.com or go to Nintendo.com/borninthE80s to get a coupon code for your special ABDL BDSM themed Granny Switch.
Now you're
code.
playing with power.
Now you're playing with power.
So Matt,
Now you're
are
playing with baby powder.
Are you just talking about Rugrats LARPing at this point, and you're an Angelica?
Pretty much. And,
Wait,
and
what?
Everybody knows Rugrats is just kind of a fan fiction version of Doctor Who anyway. So Tommy Pickles takes out his magic screwdriver, brings everyone on adventures. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Doesn't wear pants.
oh, jeez.
Regenerates.
I mean, they did have the nudist episode. I remember that
I
one.
don't remember.
Of
I remember the
Rugrats?
one where they got
Yeah.
covered in skunk spray and they had to take a bath in borscht.
That's fair.
Borscht. Yeah, didn't
Yeah.
like Tommy Pickles had like Russian Jewish like grandparents,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Dee
can't remember
Dee's
if it was
parents.
Dee's
yeah,
parents.
Dee Dee's parents. Yeah.
And Stu's parents were Catholics.
I
Mhm.
see.
Which is why they celebrate like
Hanukkah
Passover
and
and-
Christmas.
Hanukkah
Yeah,
and
they
Christmas,
get
Passover
all the
and
holiday
Easter.
specials.
Yep.
Man, that is smart. Did they have a
That is-
Kwanzaa
that is
friend?
great.
Well, they did have Susie, but I don't think she celebrated Kwanzaa.
I don't know if that came up.
I don't know. It seemed like everything in like the 90s was like, let's have a Kwanzaa episode, even though none of us
You know,
really
I would-
understand what it is.
I was just thinking, and I found it like when you said the Passover episode, I was like, but shouldn't it be Hanukkah? But it was a Passover episode.
They've done
Oh,
both,
yeah.
I think. Passover and Hanukkah.
I don't remember the Hanukkah episode, but I definitely remember the Passover episode
Yep.
because they made
Unleavened bread.
matzo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
don't
the
remember it.
explanation is just that Chucky forgot to put yeast in it or something.
Yeah, that's the explanation. I remember that.
Oh man, you guys
All right.
really got your lore.
Yeah. dude.
Final
Hey,
update.
John,
This is
I'm a
why
fucking
I don't
90s
remember
kid.
anything about like real life.
Yeah.
It's full of like Star Wars lore and Rugrats. That's it.
But it was nice that the three of us could do something without John this time.
yeah.
Rugrats is kind of my hometown besides Doug.
Well, have you read my Dugrats universe mashup?
Doug
All right,
Rats.
just gonna throw this
Have
out
you read
there.
my Doug,
Rugrats
Rick and
fiction?
Morty mashup where Mr. Dink and Rick Sanchez invent machines together, and then sometimes they kiss on the mouth.
Did I on the podcast explain that John is a dink?
Yeah, he is a dink now.
Oh yeah, dual income. Yeah. Man, I can't
Yeah,
wait
I
to
d-
be a dink. I'm gonna have so much money
And now that John has a dog, he's a dinkwad.
with a dog. Yes.
With a
Yeah.
dog.
yes.
John the Dinkwad. Oh, that is. Oh,
Makes me feel so good.
At least we've defetishized this a little bit. But
I
final
tried my
updates.
best.
And defenestrated. Get out that window.
Final update. Things are coming to light that I've never thought about before. Repressed memories that I didn't want to think about. They would never control their volume. I thought they were fighting. My dad called my mom dirty and awful names. She would kneel down and shine his.
Dirty.
She would kneel down and shine his shoes every day, kissing his feet.
Yeah.
I thought this was normal.
No, not at all. But well, I mean, it's not common, but it's normal.
When my parents weren't having sex, they were fighting. Or were they still having sex? I can't tell anymore.
What's the difference, really?
Okay, that's definitely normal.
My dad told me that he had needs and my mom needed to meet them. The thought of being controlled by something so violent made me want to puke. I think that's what made me sex repulsed. To everyone in the kink community that found this post, kink is not non-sexual. Stop using weddings as an excuse to shove your kink into the faces of non-consenting people. You never know what they've been through. To all the people telling me to, quote, grow up talking about sex is normal, unquote, I am traumatized and you're seriously not helping. Goodbye.
So I lived in a party house where people fucked like rabbits all the time. And I came out of it okay.
Yeah. And when you say they fucked like rabbits, you mean like sometimes they ate their young?
No, they would dig a hole and do it underground.
I'm trying to think if that ever happened, and I don't think it did.
Oh, that's a good one too.
No, I lived in a party house, and the people were just fucking everywhere. Like,
yeah,
they
were in the real world road
like
rules challenge.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've probably explained it on the podcast before, but it was a duplex. There's a 3-bedroom.
A duplex.
Kind of. So it was a duplex that had 3 bedrooms, and then like the other side also had 3 bedrooms. But the other side was also people that we partied with. So it was this gigantic, like 6-bedroom fuck fest at all times. And like they just partied in the garages all the time. Like every single night there was parties and people fucking like in the kitchen, in every bedroom. No one ever fucked in my bedroom because like they were at least respectful of that.
You drew wards on it to keep them out.
I did my best.
You studied Enochian, and
so
when they were busy having sex, you were studying the blade.
I have the power of God and anime on my side. So I don't know. I never fucking like as an asexual person. I understand like not liking sex. That is, I definitely get that. But I don't get the sex repulse part because for me it was just something that everybody was always doing. Like they're fucking like I wake up in the morning and there's just some woman I've never seen before in my entire life, completely naked and sleeping on my couch, and whoever was fucking her was under the coffee table. And that's just how I would wake up in the morning for like a year. So like I just got used to that shit and I'm just like, all right, whatever. This is just how people exist and that's fine with me.
You lived in an 80s movie.
Yeah.
It kind of was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird to think about now because there were times when there was nothing like it was weird because it was like the 80s movie only shows the fun parts because why would they put the boring shit? But like I would get up and like do the dishes just stepping over people in the floor who were passed out.
Yeah.
And like they wouldn't put that in the movie because that's not interesting. But I remember like doing the dishes and like I was the only one who would mop the floors and shit like that.
So you were their houseboy.
Yeah,
I kind of was the house
dad.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or house dad, I suppose.
No.
Yeah.
I like to think of him as a houseboy instead.
I prefer to think of myself
Hank
as a
Azaria in Birdcage, that kind of, you know.
I need to rewatch Birdcage.
The other 2 people who were actually on the lease were engaged. and that was a mistake. Don't ever live with people who are together. That's a fucking terrible idea.
Why is that?
Well, one, she was crazy as fuck. And
yep.
she faked cancer.
Whoa.
That was one thing that she did.
That is a level of crazy I was not expecting when you said crazy as fuck.
She stole money from her fiance a lot. And he because after I moved out, he was like, "Hey, did Ricky ever steal money from you?" I'm like, I didn't give her a fucking dime unless she showed me the bill. Cause she'd be like, "Hey, you need to pay the internet. 1/3 of it this month is like $60." I was like, "Bitch, no, it's not. Show me the bill, and I'll give you 1/3 of whatever it fucking says." And she's like, "Well, I called him and the bill was wrong." I'm like, "No, give me a new bill, or I'm not giving you shit." So I was an asshole roommate. I really was. But because I knew she was full of shit, she would invite other people to live with us for a while, and one of them was her autistic brother who would use his autism as a means to get away with shit that he knew was wrong. And he just lived there with us for 2.5 months. So I had no reason to be nice to her. And anyway, that's I was an asshole roommate. Yeah, that's my story.
And
I was an asshole.
That's the story of Spanky being mean to an autistic boy.
Yep.
His name also was Brandon, which is my first name, but no one in that house called me Brandon.
You just doxed yourself.
Episode 419, Spanky name reveal.
I'm positive
absolutely
that TJ has called me Brandon on stream.
Absolutely not.
Just wait until episode 420 when we get to the ankle reveals.
Oh no!
I'll show mine now. What are you talking about?
No, TJ, no. What are we gonna tease them with?
There we go.
No!
Yeah. You dirty ankle exploding slut.
Oh no!
I'm gonna
join my OnlyFans for exclusive access to both ankles at the same time.
Wonder if I can put my leg behind my head.
There's no rule that says if you start an OnlyFans, it has to be porn.
No,
that's true.
And there's no rules that say a dog can't start an OnlyFans account. Airbud.
You know what they also say?
7.
They say
Airbuds.
Airbud 7. The I don't know. I can't think of.
You know what I like
to
say? I always like to say no rules, just right.
Mm-hmm.
We've done the Airbud cinematic universe already, haven't we?
I
swear there was a podcast.
We've done McDonald's cinematic universe on the episode without John, and none of us made the mech universe joke, the MCU.
Yeah. So, do we have to amend that to make Mac tonight a white supremacist, or no? Okay.
If we got to be accurate, I mean, Kid Vid's alt-right.
Yeah.
This is canon we've established.
Oh, look
Kid
at that
Vid
good
is the
little
member
boy.
of the alt-right. Wow. I think we've done a whole episode now.
Yeah,
I think so.
Spanky brought a cat on the screen, so I can't think of anything or make words anymore.
I'm really tired because it's late, and I'm an old man now.
So in conclusion, these 5 episodes of Korra, super great. So go ahead and watch those. And
we didn't watch 5 episodes.
It's
we
3.
had we had 3 left.
Okay, but I watched 8. So
how did you wait? You watched the next season?
You started season 3?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's good.
It's true. It's
fair.
like they call it the Pringles of shows. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it next week. Promise.
Look,
especially because we got to start getting some Cobra Kai stuff because Cobra Kai season 3 is almost out.
Except for that we can't talk about it because Adam's going to be on the next episode. Actually, Adam's seen Korra.
Yeah.
So never mind. I watched it with him, so he'll join us for that.
Yeah. We'll talk about Korra and Mako and the Pebble or what?
Bolin.
Pabu.
No, Opal. Probably not talk about Opal yet, right?
we doing Steven Universe stuff? What the hell are we doing now?
No wait, who's the I don't know. I think this was after
Opeth?
the signed episodes, but the new girl that
OPEC?
everybody's in love with.
Iroh? What?
You know.
Are you talking about OPEC?
Yeah, OPEC, the oil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm way into that oil thing.
Yeah.
John, it's funny that your cats don't like
I
being
heard
held
there
like
was,
this because Mike fucking loved it.
There was an unreleased episode that the cast got together and did a table read for where Corey just like makes out with OPEC and it's like, I love oil.
And that feels right.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
It feels true to the character.
Bubbling crude.
And then there's Pabu, who's the greatest character.
Spanky,
I
I
need to
left
go
you
to
a
bed.
present in the Discord.
I can't use my computer right now though because
No, yeah.
Mike is.
It'll
being very
be waiting for
cooperative.
you. It's just it's one juiced ass grandma.
Just for you, Spanky.
It's a picture that gets like reposted for like inspiration on Reddit like at least once a month, and then without fail, the top comment always has to be, you know, she uses steroids, right? She admitted to it in this interview. It's like the same like story beats happen every time this thing's reposted. It's great.
It
It's
reminds
like a
me of,
rerun on TV.
Yeah.
it reminds me of the Onion article, which is man or on like what is it? December 8th is extremely excited to tell everyone how John Lennon beat his wife.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like there's always
Man
that guy
gets a
who's
little
like,
thrilled
well,
every time he reminds
actually.
people that
All
well,
right,
you know that person you're like, they're actually terrible. Now the whole internet is that though. Now
That's
that's
true.
just Twitter.
That's true. Twitter is really bad. But you can find me on twitter.com/Sean. I just want to say this because I want it saved for the record because I think it's probably one of the best jokes I've ever come up with. And if it gets stolen, I want it taken as a record on Fate or on the podcast here. The tweet also produces a record. But here's the joke that I came up with, and it's going to be the last joke I say in the episode. You can take Drake out of the high school, but you can't take Drake out of the high school.
No!
I don't know
You could
why you were so gung ho about saying that right now.
Well, you can take Drake out of the high school, but you can't take Drake out of the high schooler.
Let's see what the one comment John got on that was, and it was Jake doing the Drake pointing at the thing meme. Yeah, that tracks. And you know, here's a joke that I came up with just now. Did you know that LL Bean stands for Ladies Love Bean? Like Mr. Bean?
Would you not steal humor from my account, Matthew
Hey,
Allen
it's me,
Hag?
Carlos Mencia. How's it going?
Remember when TJ used to watch and love Mind and Mencia?
Yeah.
TJ just loved
I
when
was
he made fun
problematic.
of mentally challenged people with his catchphrase, right?
Yeah.
Remember when you watched
DDD.
Crank Anchors and you talked about how Special Ed's your favorite character?
Oh.
Remember that show existed?
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't you love it?
Wow. See, it's always been garbage.
I've
Okay.
always been garbage. That is so right.
God, Special Ed.
Oh.
Anyway.
Twitter.com/mayhavemade.
Please, I'm an adult. Call me
I'd
Special
like to-
Edward.
I'd like to Twitch eventually again and something.
Yeah.
Please come follow me. Thank you,
Just
everybody.
hop on that Venus and you'll Twitch all over the place. You can find me
I'm sure I will.
at matthagmusic.com. That's your hub for everything Matt related and Matt adjacent.
You can't find me. Bye,
I've
everybody.
been trying. Bye-bye.
That cat is fucking comfortable.
Do you
Bye,
have music
everyone.
going? Because we can't hear it.
Oh no, I forgot. I got distracted by the cat again.
It's fair. Just shut it off. We're good.
Bye, everyone.